Hello, how are you doing? This for me very late evening. It's around 40 minutes to midnight. This is my first podcast, so bear with me. I'm just gonna spitball. So I started this podcast because really it's the next step. Once you have a blog and you have all the social media, the next thing to do is to have a podcast. That's how life works. If you didn't know, now you know. So I'm here in my office. Yes, I work at midnight. And I'm writing a very prehistoric Scottish story for a client. And the story is flowing, but somehow my focus is just shit, it's absolute shit. I keep going to Twitter and arguing with people on Facebook. Anyway, so since it just happened, let me talk about that a little bit. So I was scrolling down my Facebook feed, right? And I saw this post from a group that I belong to for AO3 writers. So the post had posted a screenshot of a comment someone had made. This writer had written an RPS/reader fic featuring Sebastian Stan. So Sebastian Stan and her, of course. That's what RPS/reader means. It means you insert yourself in the story, mostly as the love interest of whatever celebrity or fictional figure you want, which personally I find completely such a white girl thing to do. And yes, I am judging. It's my podcast, so I can judge. Yeah, it's just I don't know why people want other people to read their fantasies, right? That's what your head is for. You keep it in there, and then we don't have to know that you have like wet dreams about Sebastian Stan. Really? Nobody needs that shit. Anyway, I was saying, so the reader had said that this person was a very good writer, but the subject of her RPS story, that is Sebastian Stan, had no interest in reader insert fics featuring himself, and in fact he found it disgusting. And so this commenter was trying to get this person to pull down their fic, because she had apparently gone up to Sebastian Stan and asked him how he feels about them, which is like it blows my mind how dedicated people are to living their lives for celebrities. Anyway, so this person had posted the comment in disgust and said how, I'll do what I want, and I don't see why she has to comment on my fic. If she doesn't like it, she shouldn't read it. So then a lot of other white people in the comments were agreeing with that. Like, yeah, I don't read that shit, but if she doesn't like it, she shouldn't read it. Right? Because we're all white people here, and we all agree that we have fragile egos, and nobody should try to make us feel bad about our mistakes. So I was going to scroll past, but it's been a hard week, right? It's been so hard. So many things have happened, and my poor brain has been like keeping me so chill And I felt like my brain deserved a reward for that, right? And my brain loves to put people in their places. It really does. So I said, okay, knock yourself out. Go ahead. Say some shit. Okay? Talk shit. So I did. I said, look, right? This girl has very specific concerns which have nothing to do with whether your fic is readable or not. And this whole if you like it, don't read it thing is very supremacist. It's supremacist language. And it's I didn't say it's very immature. I just implied it by saying if there's something that you wanted from that is true about the comment, receive it. If there's nothing which is true, then thank her for reading and moving on. In other words, be a mature motherfucking human being. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, of course, she picks up on the supremacy thing and was like, laughing out loud. Supremacy what? How did you get to that? So I explained to her how I got to that, because there's a lot of people on Twitter who, and everywhere really, not just Twitter. Twitter is like the eye of the storm, but it's everywhere. You know, people who say, if you don't like it, then you should leave the country, when they're talking about, like, when someone brings up their oppression or brings up a complaint, mostly about America, and some white woman in the comment is always like, if you don't like it, then you should leave, right? So, supremacist language. Anyway, so when I explained that, obviously, because there seems to be a manual about this sort of interaction, she goes on to say how, she's a Jew, and so she has experienced oppression, and she's a victim, and I'm just being so mean to her. So of course I'm like, yawn, like, is this like is it like, those telemarketers who have like a script they follow? Is that what this is? So then she's like, no, but that woman was rude. And I'm like, she wasn't rude, honey. She was honest. Okay. You have to learn the difference between honest and rude. And clear you don't know. I mean, basically to you, rude is, my feelings were hurt, therefore you're rude. And that's not true, because sometimes your feelings are hurt because you heard the truth. Yeah? Someone's told you the truth, and it's hard for you to receive that truth, right? But that doesn't make that person rude. In fact, it makes that person your best friend, because at least they're telling you the truth. Out here, people be lying to you and telling you shit and letting you just embarrass yourself out there. If somebody respects you enough to tell you the truth, then you should just receive it. Receive it in the spirit in which it was intended, which in my case was 100% to talk shit, because I know this script. I know what's gonna happen next, and for sure it happened. My comment was deleted because apparently it's bashing this person, which is, standard in all these interactions. If there's a white woman and a black person interacting, and the white woman decides to put on her victimhood and cry, it doesn't matter who's at fault, the black person gets penalized. Lucky for me, I only see this online, because happily I do not live in a society which is majority white. So all I have to do is log the fuck off. I don't have to experience that life. However, it really like makes me feel annoyed. It's annoying to see patterns repeating over and over again, and there's no effort made at any type of self-awareness. Like none, zero. I mean, how long are we supposed to tolerate this? How long? You tell me. I've just started watching Queen Sono, and wow, I mean, really, I think it just like exacerbated all these feelings of enough already, And I won't tell you why. I want you to go watch it yourself, and you will see for yourself why. That's Queen Sono on Netflix. It's an African series. So this is 10 minutes. I think 10 minutes is a good time to stop my first podcast. I hope someone finds it and listens to it and comes back next week for more tales from the script. Thank you. Bye. Just so I know that I'm not alone, by the way, would you click subscribe? Thank you. You're the best. You're the best. We the best music.